burning, you will be in the hellfire. Because of what? Because your pants are below the ankles. Brother, Allah will punish me because of my pants. Say, brother, don't get philosophical with me. I tell you, the Messenger of Allah says, you don't say anything else. He said in Arabic, which we understand and translate to English, whatever is beneath, whatever goes beneath the ankles from your lower garment is in the hellfire. We don't doubt him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, nor do we think he was playing games. He was saying something just to scare us. That would be lying. Everything he said is from Allah. وَمَا يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. He speaks not of his own desires. Everything is a revelation being revealed unto him. That being part of it. This is hadith number with a sickness. He ran after him. Told him, raise your garment and fear Allah. O Messenger of Allah, I have such and such problem. Raise your garment, all of the creation of Allah is good. You probably never heard this narration before, but these are the narrations that are out there that we usually don't hear because some don't want to hear. But of course, I have to said, Ya Sufyan ibn Sahl, la tusbil, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْمُسْبِلِينَ. O Sufyan ibn Sahl, do not drag, do not trail your garment below or beneath your knees. Verily Allah does not love those who do so. So when we say Allah doesn't love those, what do you think we're saying? If your mother doesn't love you, you'll be traumatized. Then when we say Allah doesn't love these people, no problem, that means that we have love for other than Allah, more than Allah. This is shirk. And we want to enter the Jannah of Allah, even though Allah doesn't love us. Amazing. Amazing formula. It doesn't work in math. Whenever the scholars want to define a major sin, if you've been threatened with the hellfire, it means it's a major sin. And keeping your pants below the ankles has been threatened with the fire. It's a major sin. The Prophet ﷺ said to Abu Bakr, whoever drags his lower garment out of arrogance, Allah shall not look at him on the day of judgment. فَقَالَ أَبُو بَكْرٍ. The Prophet ﷺ said to the Sahaba, whoever drags his garment out of arrogance, Allah will not look at him on the day of judgment. Salama said, O Messenger of Allah, what shall the woman do with their lower garment? He said, let him extend it hands width. She said, but our feet will be exposed. And we dealt with the lecture on women, that the feet should be covered. He said, then an arm's length, but they do not increase. That means that the women are supposed to be unlike the men. Today, it's the other way around. You walk down the street, look at a husband and his wife. You can see the wife's ankles, and her high heel shoes, and her leg, and her feet, and her calves, and the brother's pants are, 2 feet behind him. It's like they're confused. Ibn Umar saw a man in this fashion. He said, hey, do you have your menses? Are you on your menses? He told him, oh Amir al-Mu'mineen, I'm not a woman to have my menses. He said, what's up with your pants? Then he called for a man to bring a scissor, and he cut them off for him. They were serious men. They didn't play games. I mean, if you see the beard and his pants are above the ankles, this is better than the mountains and everything Allah created. Because it is based on obedience to Allah. And once you obey Allah, it's going to look good. This is a natural consequence. So, imitating women will get you cursed. Imitating women will get you cursed. The women are supposed to keep their garments below their ankles, beneath their ankles, so their feet will be covered. We, my brothers, are supposed to do the opposite. If we are twisting things around, then the woman is being cursed for imitating the man, and the man is being cursed for imitating the woman. You've seen this before? You see? Fold the pants, 1, 2, 3, sometimes 6, 7, depending on how long the pants are. And then, the second one, then Allahu Akbar. Right? Now I'm doing, what is good. Only in the salah, my pants will not be below my ankles. Say why? Why is that? Because there are some narrations to that effect, that Allah will not accept your salah. Your salah being valid or invalid is questionable, whether your pants are below the ankles or not. Based on narrations which the scholars have differed about authenticity-wise and application-wise. But let's put that aside. Let's put that aside. Others among the fuqaha say, your salah is invalid because you have covered your awrah with something that is haram. And they make a condition for you to pray, and you pray to be valid, that when you cover your awrah, it has to be halal. For example, if you rob someone, if someone was wearing some clothes, and you rob them, and you put them on and you pray, they say your salah is invalid. Because you have covered your awrah, your private parts, your private area, and I mean the whole thing, with a garment which is unlawful. So they say this is stolen, it's unlawful. These are below the ankles, it's unlawful. So your salah is invalid. That's a position held by some of the scholars. The Prophet ﷺ meaning prohibited us from folding our clothes in the salah. You're not allowed to fold your clothes in the salah, or if you had a long hair, you're not allowed to tie your hair into a ponytail. The sunnah is that you let them flow. So if you keep them below your ankles, you're in trouble. If you fold them, you're in trouble. What's the solution? The tailor. Would you go meet the king? Before you enter upon the king, will you fold your pants and go meet him? How are you, sir? He will say, what is wrong with you? Why you look so silly? Right or wrong? But we pray in front of Allah, so no problem. Why? If anyone deserves that you adorn yourself at the time of meeting, it is Allah, in the salah. If